When I think of St. Joe's, I think of it as a hospital with a heart. It's a hospital that cares about its patients, and it exemplifies compassionate care. And because there's so much compassion, we invest in our patients and we hope that they succeed, and that's what I like the most about St. Joe's. It's difficult to put your finger on it, but there's something special about St. Joe's and working together as a team. It's my dream job. I think right now we are a center of excellence in aging, and I think in the next 100 years we're going to make a real impact on aging well in New Brunswick.
One of my favorite memories at St. Joe's was when we had an elderly patient who had been with us for a while, and we had become part of his family and friends. And he wished to get married at St. Joe's because of that. And the staff, the other patients, other family members, we all got together and pulled off this wonderful wedding for him and his wife, and they were just so pleased. It's one of my favorite memories. What I want for St. Joe's in the future, I think about one of my favorite quotations from a history teacher. The roots of the present lie deep in the past, and our roots are with the Sisters of Charity. And what was important for them was compassionate caring. So compassionate caring, that's what we need to do for the next 100 years.
One of my special memories of St. Joe's actually would have occurred in the summer of 2013 when my dad was on the geriatric assessment unit. It was a very common thing for Dad and I to play crib every day down in the garden, and I remember distinctly when the garden was put in by the foundation and thought how that would change the visit for a lot of patients, and I really experienced that firsthand with my dad through that summer. For the next 100 years, I truly hope that the legacy of St. Joe's continues as it has. The care for outpatients and geriatric patients truly is exceptional at St. Joe's, and I hope that continues at St. Joe's with new technologies and new types of care for these patients, but truly to continue the niche that they have really developed that is unique at the St. Joe's Hospital here in St. John.
My first visit to St. Joseph's was when I was a little boy, probably about 8 years old, and I had some sort of stomach flu, and I was taken to the hospital by my parents, and I was there over the weekend, and I was very scared. But the nurses and the staff of the hospital, very quickly made my stay into an enjoyable one under the circumstances. On behalf of the St. Joseph's Hospital Foundation, I would like to congratulate St. Joseph's Hospital on a successful 100 years.
I think what's unique at St. Joseph's is that we use an interdisciplinary team approach, that every member of the team provide care for that patient and support that patient while they're in hospital. You know, St. Joseph's is a pillar of our community. It's been built on tradition and also built on forward thinking. It's a part of our community, and the community support us, and I thank them for that.
It's so near to where I live, and I know every time if I have to go up there, I get looked after very well. I go up for blood works and x-rays and my eyes. Yeah, I go to Dr. Simmons, but he sends me up there to have those tests taken for my eyes. Oh, I'd die if we didn't have that hospital. Happy birthday to St. Joseph's Hospital, St. John, New Brunswick, 100 years old. I don't imagine there's many hospitals that are 100 years old.
If you're a kid and have to go to the hospital for an eye clinic, St. Joe's is the best place to go. Because my eyes like to cross, and I go to St. Joe's to get them tested to see how well they're straightening. There's a little line of tape that we call the yellow brick road that leads to the eye clinic, and we call it Following the Yellow Brick Road. Dr. Smers gave me an operation on my eyes, and ever since then my eyes have gotten a lot better. when I go to St. Joe's, I feel happy and excited, and I technically don't know how to explain, but it makes me feel special. And yeah, that's all I got. Happy birthday, St. Joe's, and congratulations on 100 years standing tall.
Well, first and foremost, it's my hospital. St. Joseph's is almost quite literally in my backyard. It's the first place I think of when I think of healthcare in St. John. It's my community hospital. One of the most unique things for me are the people of St. Joseph's. They're incredibly caring, they're incredibly helpful people, and especially when you're the politician on the other end of a blood sample needle, you're grateful for those kind and warm people who could choose to poke you extra hard but don't. St. Joseph's is a place of renewal, it's a place of hope, and for the next 100 years, it's my hope and my belief that St. Joseph's will play the same kind of role it's played for the past 100 years. It will be central to our community. It will be a vital caregiving place, a place that serves the people of this community for a long, long time to come.
One of the things about St. Joseph's that's unique is its responsiveness. St. Joe's doesn't stick on a track for 100 years. It responds to community needs. And we've seen that over time. We amalgamated some of the emergency department facilities, but at St. Joseph's, it was recognized that this is a community hospital. With community needs, people will walk into the emergency department. It adopted that change very readily and does it well. In the future, we see St. Joseph's as a hospital that continues to look after people in the community, and people in the community are now more senior. They have a center of excellence in their geriatric medicine unit, their restorative rehabilitation unit for senior folks, and yet they still provide excellent care for the urgent walk-in patient. I think in the future, St. Joe's will grow because it is able to anticipate those needs and plan for them. I think we'll see expansion of some of the outpatient services that are very necessary in the south end of the city, the Waterloo Village area. And so it's exciting about St. Joe's. They're mobile, they're agile, they're able to move more quickly to community demands than some of the bigger hospitals. And I think that's their strength, and I'm looking forward to working with them in the future. And most people don't realize what has happened at St. Joseph's Hospital and how it's grown. And St. Joseph's still has a lot of ambulatory clinics, outpatient clinics, where physicians are seen that have surgical, medical needs. It has a full operating room where people that need day surgery come in, get cured, go home. It happens. They have state-of-the-art diagnostic imaging equipment, CAT scans, ultrasounds, an IV day hospital. You know, it's remarkable how much happens in this community hospital that most of us aren't aware of. If you need big surgery, it's going to take 20 hours and be in hospital for a long time, well, you go to the regional. But shy of that, from an outpatient ambulatory perspective, St. Joe's delivers. It responds to the community needs and does it in spades. Between family medicine at the community health center, specialists that do clinics there, surgeons that do surgeries there. St. Joe's is where you can get a lot of outpatient action and be home the same day.
When I think of St. Joseph, what comes to mind is that it is a hospital with a heart and a hospital to be very proud of. When I think of the many years that I had the privilege of doing my ministry there, I am so very grateful. It is my wish for St. Joseph's for the next 100 years that they'll continue to carry on our legacy, which is caring for the poor and the marginalized that present themselves at our door.
St. Joseph's to me means community, and I think it's a really interesting place. It's a lot more than just a hospital. It's the center of community in its neighborhood, in the South End, in Uptown, in St. John. It's a community for the people who work there and who, like me, volunteer there. There's a community for the patients who stay there and their family that visits them, and really anyone who interacts with St. Joe's, I think, feels a part of it. So I'm a part of the advisory committee, which is a group of volunteers from all across the city, different backgrounds, different jobs, different expertise, experience, and we've been entrusted by the sisters to really maintain legacy, and I think it's important to do just that. I would never want someone to look back on the glory days of St. Joe's. I think they're still to come. I think it's an important center of health in our community, and for more people to see it that way and to understand the culture and the community of St. Joe's and all the services that are offered. Congratulations, St. Joe's. You've been a really important part of our past, and we're looking forward to the next 100 years.
My first interaction with St. Joseph's was really about, as a young constable, when we would pick people up that were probably not at their best. And in fact, these are folks that really needed care and someone to look after them. And we would take them to St. Joseph's. And you know, the medical staff there, the nurses, the doctors, they would just surround these folks and give them the best care possible as soon as we brought them in. And you know, it was really about that extension of public safety and then that healthcare provider that really impressed me so much about St. Joseph's Hospital. Well, as a healthcare provider, I sincerely hope that St. Joseph's will be there for us. As Plan St. John takes hold in the city and we revitalize the core of our city, St. Joseph will be an integral part of the healthcare for the citizens of St. John. The great work the foundation does, I hope we continue to support St. Joseph's, and I'm looking forward to the next number of years. Happy birthday, St. Joseph's.
I badly damaged my knee a number of years ago, and so I came off the ski hill, and I was at Poli, and we went to the Sussex clinic, and they said, no, we can't help you here. And so a friend of mine who was skiing with me drove me to St. Joe's, and we went in, and it turned out I damaged my ACL, my MCL, my meniscus, and they put me in this whopping big brace, and but they knew what they were doing, and they were so professional, and it started me on the road to recovery. And I just remember feeling so happy to have arrived at St. Joe's because I knew I'd be looked after. Well, I hope it continues to deliver the service and the help to the people of St. John as it has so well in the last number of years. It's had a lot of changes over the years, and in that change it's increased and its relevancy and its touch to people. My father, Jack Irving, spent quite a bit of time there. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Ryan, spent quite a bit of time there. I certainly have been in and out on the daycare things. And when I say daycare, I mean that kind of quick thing where you go in, you get fixed up, and you get to go right back again. And so St. Joe's mission has evolved over the years, and I believe it will continue to evolve. And the concept of having first quality healthcare available in the center of a city is so awesome. So I think it's, I see nothing but good things. It's in the right location with the right team and the right vision. And there's also all of those other things that have been done. The garden that was created, for example, for the people who had to be there for a while longer than they wanted to be, and just the ability to sit outside. So I think it's a story of innovation. I think it's a story of change, and I think it's a story of progress. And so I'm looking forward to seeing. I won't see all the next 100 years, but I know I'll see the next number of years because my kids go in and out. I mean, one of the things I found really exciting about St. Joe's is this drive for achievement and the drive for improvement. And if you look at the technology that's been deployed in the hospital, and you think about eye treatment these days, or women's issues, and the ability to come in and go out in a fairly rapid way so that you get your needs met, but you're not there for an extended time. And I think things like the Dragon Boat, which is raised a tremendous amount of money and allowed for reinvestment in a way that in the absence of the community supporting the hospital wouldn't have the ability to do. So, I think we all need to be behind making sure that we have world-class tools for the world-class people that are at St. Joe's, because it's our community, it's our health, and it matters.
My first personal interaction with St. Joseph's was one day I was walking down Waterloo Street, and I fell and broke my wrist and my hand and split my arm quite terribly. And I remember being taken to the emergency room at St. Joseph's Hospital, and my fondest memory is how much care I received. But the funniest part was I looked up from the table before they did my surgery, and I said, "Will I ever be able to play the piano again?" And the surgeon said to me, "If you couldn't play it before, you definitely won't play it after." But no, all of my memories of St. Joseph's have been fond ones, and that's why I keep volunteering and keep participating at St. Joseph's Hospital. Something unique to me and to my husband, every Christmas morning we go and bring the patients down for Christmas Mass. And because Bernie and I don't have children, and because we live so close, it's a really wonderful, warm feeling, and it makes Christmas for us every year that we share that with the patients in that beautiful chapel that has been restored. So that, to me, is one of the most fondest and most powerful images that guides my life.
There truly is something special about St. Joseph's Hospital. But for me, it's the grateful patients that I have the opportunity to meet. They're so filled with gratitude for the care and compassion that they receive each and every day at St. Joseph's Hospital. I want to express my gratitude for the opportunity to continue the legacy left to us by the Sisters of Charity. I would also like to express our gratitude to each and every one of you for the role that you've played in making St. Joseph's the great hospital that it is today.
As a Sister of Charity, I continue to see that what prompted the beginnings of St. Joseph, which was responding to human need in those times, continues to be a response to the needs of people in our time. My dreams for St. Joseph today and into the future is that together, collectively, we see our responsibility to care for the human community, to dream beyond what is, and to see new horizons.